Hey everybody, Steve here in the Illinois recording studio. I want to show you a very cool kit that we picked up that's a Walberg Auge. That's a company that was very famous, well, I don't know about famous, but they made hardware for all the major drum manufacturing companies for quite a while. They made the rail consulate tom holder that was used by Ludwig, Slingerland, Gretsch, Camco for ages and ages, and they made a number of other things. And as Stephen will tell you,
so these rocket lugs, as they're called, really beautiful Art Deco design I've always loved.
And I always noted as being a Gretsch product.
So I always thought these were made by Gretsch, but they're Walberg lugs, and you'll see them in these kits. These kits are pretty rare. They're on the East Coast. I think they were like in Massachusetts, maybe.
Yeah, they were on the East Coast, and again, they primarily made parts and hardware, but once in a while they made drum sets, and this is an extremely early example of that. This is from the 40's. And it's notable for a number of different things. First of all, you got a 9x13 tom with a tack bottom head, which takes you back to, early 30s, before they started doing double tunable toms. And you've got the same thing, tack bottom on that 16-inch floor tom that's sitting in a cradle, which is again like 20s era cool. T-handles to tune, which is how some of those tack bottom toms were made, with T-handles, and a wood hoop on top.
So Chris, why don't you come and get some nice close-ups of this beautiful, unique kit? And it's almost in original condition. There's 2 extra holes on one of the toms, and I mean, one of the tack heads is a little beat up, but other than that, it's basically fine.
It's ingenious for this tom holder, because what they did was they used the Walberg Auge tom holder, but somebody created a strap, Walberg Auge must have, that wraps around the drum and attaches, doesn't penetrate the shell, and they put a little clip on there to mount the clip for the tom holder.
And then banjo keys are what you're going to have with the tuning rods there. And also, Chris, get nice and close here and look at the bass drum hoop. You can see it's got a double inlay.
But yeah, they went to really extreme levels to do this with a double inlay. So you've got the band of wood, and you've got 2 channels cut for white marine pearl inlay in there. It's gorgeous.
And you can see the Walberg Auge on the top badge there. And one last thing I want to show you before we end the video here.
Well, we got to talk about the snare drum. You got to talk about the fact that this snare drum, is 2 Gretsch shells, not 1 3-ply Gretsch shell, but basically 2.
Nice and close, Chris. Get a real close up there. And these have to be 3-ply Gretsch shells.
Yeah, they are.
The other drums look pretty similar, but if you look at that, it's one of the earliest examples of an ultra thick shell, which is super common nowadays.
But and the last bit before we sign off here, unbelievably, this is a 14 deep by 20-inch bass drum, which in the 40's was basically unheard of. Everything was 22s, 24s, or larger. So it's a very, very cool hip kit. There'll be a video on it, and playing it.
It'll be a video, all 3 of us, because Noah's actually going to do the playing for this one. So you get a little from each one of us. This is from the drum show.
Yeah.
So everyone's asking about those. So this is the first one. We're going to put up a lot more kits as we go here.
Great fun.